Hey guys, it's been a while. So obviously if you follow the Facebook page, I can only update my YouTube when I'm in Brisbane, which I'm only in Brisbane for about 2 weeks every few months now because I have to work away from home. So quick update. Right, so we have Guardians of the Galaxy Thanos looking extremely cool. Now, in the angle that I've got him up here, you're not going to be looking up at him or looking underneath the chair, so I haven't even bothered to put the covers for the batteries back on, simply for the fact that no one's really going to see it. And I'll just show you how cool he looks with all the lights turned on. Yeah. So as you can see the lights there. I missed one. So yeah, you can see how cool it looks with the light. Like you can just see it there from this angle here, but if you're looking down on that, yeah, you don't really see the full effect of light. But if you come back here, you will. And like I said, you're not going to be able to notice those batteries unless you're looking underneath it. You can see that I just left the covers on the base there. But overall, really good value in this guy. And I know a lot of people complain that he hasn't got the Infinity Gauntlet, but yeah, you can get the knockoff gauntlets that I've seen around OSR and stuff, which do look quite good. And I mean, I'm sure Hot Toys will probably release another version, but the movie is going to be a good 2 or so years away, so I didn't want to wait that long. And having all the other Guardians and of course Drax on order, I figured getting this guy was a must pick up. And like I said, the sculpting and detail is really cool. It probably would have been a bit cool to have like an angry face as well, but overall really happy with. Now another figure I'm really happy with is Boba Fett. So he's got the rangefinder which comes down and you can move him around. This is the deluxe version. As you can see, he's got the fire coming out of his backpack. And he of course does have the deluxe stand. And these guys here, you just kind of twist around and have them do whatever you want. So this guy here was also excellent value for what you get. Now a lot of people have complained about the braids being clean. Now I believe in Return of the Jedi they were actually clean. The Empire Strikes Back version, they were pretty gritty. Whether you want the Sideshow or the Hot Toys, whichever way, you can't really go wrong. I've got both, and they're both equally as cool as one another, and of course they each have the different colorings specific to their movies, and you can see the backpack there. And if you got the Sideshow version, it would just be a plain green backpack, and the armor would be a lot lighter as opposed to the dark green of Return of the Jedi. Now, a figure that I don't know many of you may have seen reviews of or not is Jon Snow. Now, I got the exclusive, so he does come with Ghost, which does have the red eyes. Now, he's not posable, but he is solid stone and he is quite large. He's almost, but not quite the length of the Tauntaun from Sideshow, which I've chosen to put Jon Snow on. Now it's going to look a bit better because of the lighting that I've got here, but he is a bit too tan for what I think he should be. And I mean that happened with Han Solo as well, but other than that, it's a pretty cool figure. Excellent detail in the Night's Watch outfit and the cape and everything. The sword isn't die-cast, but it is a really good figure nonetheless. I'm not going to go into articulation or anything, just showing off some new additions. Now, I also have the Vision. Now the suit, if you haven't got him already, is practically, I guess, the same as the Man of Steel material from the original release. And what I really do like is, as opposed to having the massive dynamic stands that Hot Toys normally put out, this guy here has his standard Avenger stand. And again, I apologize for the cabinet being so dark. It is an overcast day and the lighting isn't the best here. But pretty much, he comes with the standard Avenger stand, but he has two different cradles. He has a dynamic cradle and a standard cradle, so you can actually still do the flight poses, but the stand won't take up the whole heap. And he does pose really well, but again, just kind of be careful. You can see, like, maybe I've got one crease there from when I did test the posability. So if you don't want that to reoccur, leave his arms and stuff side by side like I have. Now, I've been pretty impressed with pretty much every figure I've bought this year. Scott Langer's the Ant-Man is no different. You can see the mini Ant-Man there as well. So yeah, this this sculpt is pretty cool. It's amazing, and you can bring the helmet down and close him up. But it is the light up feature was really disappointing, but then again, they couldn't really do it unless they included it as two separate heads like they do with the Iron Man figures. So I mean, I don't know why they didn't choose to do that, but at least we get a really cool full ride head sculpt there. As well as the addition of the mini Ant-Man, which is coming out with pretty much every Civil War figure. Now, Wanda freaking Maximoff, this likeness is amazing. I don't have the original Scarlet Witch. I don't plan on getting the original Scarlet Witch, but the movie promo version is a way better costume. We'll see how it compares to the Civil War one when Civil War is released, but that likeness and the hair is spot on. Now you can see I've got her, like, she's about to flick her hand across and yeah, you've got the effects there. And yeah, as you can see, that lightness is just freaking ridiculous. I've got Quicksilver or Pedro Maximoff behind her there. Again, I apologize for the lighting. His likeness is also really good. And I do suggest you buy the pair, because there's no real point without having one without the other, unless of course you are just going to have the Civil War Scarlet Witch. And of course you would know why. Now, yeah, she arrived yesterday, and I'm so glad that I get to show her off in that video, because yeah, that likeness is just amazing. Now, hopefully the lighting doesn't let us down too much. We do have Pepper Potts. I only got the standard Pepper. Didn't really see a point in having the 2-pack, even though, because I don't have 42, I got Mark 43. So there was no real point in me having the 42 head sculpt. And we do have Stan Lee. The Stan Lee likeness is really cool, and as you can see, I've got him with his pal Spidey, and they're just chilling, being held up by Hulk. So yeah, really impressed with the Marvel Hot Toys this year. It's just been so good. Now, I didn't get a chance to put him in a previous video, but I did take get some photos taken of him, and I did put them up on the page. But we do, of course, have Kylo Ren. Again, this corner of the place is probably the darkest, but we have him chilling with all his First Order buddies. And of course the hood does pull back, and we do get to see the full mask. I've got him displayed with the Sideshow Darth Vader helmet stand. The light up feature is pretty cool, though it is a bit hard to access. But Kylo is definitely worth picking up if you're a fan of the new stuff. I also picked up the Asmus Arwen. You can see the rooted hair isn't too bad, it hasn't frayed too much, and the expression is really good. You do get the shield and the sword. Now the sword is a mixture of, I don't know, it's not full die cast because it's not magnetic, but it does kind of feel like it would be made out of some type of metal. And we do have Saruman behind her. It is an excellent likeness to the late Christopher Lee. I'm so glad I did pick him up, because it is a really good likeness. Now, I don't have the display stand for Saruman out, but it is the pedestal thing that he keeps at Orthanc, and it does illuminate the Eye of Sauron in the orb there, which is a really cool feature to have. Now you can see that we do have the First Order Stormtroopers, and we do have the First Order TIE Pilot, and we do have the First Order Flame Trooper. Now I also... oh, one took a tumble. I do also have the Sideshow Jawas. Now the Sideshow Jawas are really cool. The only thing is that you kind of have to unhood them to flick the light switch. Oh, so I can just one hand. It is a really small switch. Sorry guys. Yeah, so like I said, you do have to unhood them to get that LED on. But once the LED is on, it is a really cool effect. And the Jawas themselves are really cool. Now I also do have the Hot Toys Sand Trooper, and I did earlier in the year manage to finally pick up the Hot Toys Comedian, the Hot Toys Silk Spectre from their old Watchmen line. Both figures are what you would kind of expect from the older series, so they don't really have... oh, see if I can fix this focus. So they don't really have the wrist articulation, all that, but they are pretty good for their age, and I got a pretty massive deal on them, so I'm not going to complain. I did also manage to get a pretty sweet deal on Bruce Lee, which is why I have him out by himself as well, because the diorama stuff was too big for me to put out. While I am going on about figures that I did recently pick up, I completely forgot when we were looking at the twins. You can probably see the Liquid Metal Terminator at the back there. I did pick him, and probably can't really see him. I did get Marcus Wright as well. Yeah, so Liquid Metal Terminator and Marcus Wright. I got pretty good deals on a lot of older figures, which was cool because I was able to be given the opportunity to go back and get them. So like I said, the Jawas themselves are pretty cool. A lot of people have been complaining that the bodies are pretty bad. The bodies are pretty stiff except for one ankle in the shorter Jawa. So I don't know if that's a second batch thing or what, but mine were actually very good. Now moving on to the last, I guess, of the updates. I did replace my Sideshow Leia with the Hot Toys Leia. So I just swapped her out, and in terms of the display, she Hot Toys version, as you saw on the Facebook page, I just took a photo for comparison. Hot Toys version is obviously much better, but given the fact that there was a almost a 9-year gap in between the two figures, it's hard to believe that there wouldn't be one. And I did order the new Hot Toys Yoda. Now, if you were looking at Sideshow's Comic-Con event, you would know that they did announce that Zuckuss is definitely happening in 1 to 6, so we can finally add him to the Bounty Hunters. We do have the original trilogy TIE Pilot as well. And you can order the Comic-Con edition of the R2-D2 as well. I do have the Copper Chrome Stormtrooper. I only took photos of him, I didn't actually display them out. I'm not going to do that until I'm back here, simply for the fact that I don't want the paint fading away, as there is a massive warning sticker about that. And of course, I am also getting Golden Stormtrooper as well, so that will be quite good to have copper and gold towards one another. I've also managed to get Jaime Lannister on pre-order, as well as of course Finn just got released in Hong Kong, so he should be August hopefully with Ultron. Yeah, so a lot on the way, and of course Hot Toys did just tease that Rey will be released sometime in the next 8 weeks, which is going to be excellent. Well, that's pretty much all I have in terms of updates. But yeah, there was a big unboxing. It took me a while to get them all out and get them all set up, but they're all set up now. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you like the update.